Hey guys, Don Monte Cristo back for France versus Thailand. You and I were talking about this before. I think Soon's face in those player pictures
the best.
It is one of my greatest joys in life. I just have to say, I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
I love it. It's probably my favorite part of the Overwatch World Cup so far.
It's pretty much the top play for me so far at Overwatch World Cup. So, well, now the match itself. Obviously, France coming into this with a sizable advantage. They looked a little bit on the sloppy side yesterday. They tightened it up a little bit towards the end. But speaking of kind of things getting better towards the end, Thailand really improved a lot from where we saw them in their first map yesterday to the last one.
Yeah, and we've heard the desk talk about this, but a lot of that, I think, is finding that comfort zone with the Diva and the Sombra as opposed to running necessarily the Soldier 76 or trying to run triple DPS. So they did seem to get more into a groove there, but it's still an incredibly uphill battle for Thailand here.
Oh, yeah. I talked to Mickey this morning at breakfast, and I didn't ask him, oh, how do you think you're going to do in the match and all that? I was just like, how you feeling about today? And he was just like, he just sort of shrugged and, got himself a little bit more of the breakfast buffet. And I'm like, well, you just have fun then. We'll see how things go.
It was actually funny. I was talking to Rogue/France's coach, and he said that they had never even scrimmed on Horizon before yesterday, which I suspected, of course. But impressive that they were able to do so well on it all the same. And,
well,
they had no reason to practice that map because it was never in a map pool before this. But for literally their first time as a six-stack going on to Horizon and winning, that's an impressive feat.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. France is Rogue, I should say, is a great team. And now that they are France's team, officially, France also is a great team. So they know what they're doing. They've been playing the dive longer than nearly anyone else. They've perfected it. They've polished it to a fine sheen. And even if yesterday they looked a little bit rusty, today I think we can, almost certainly expect a French victory.
Yeah, got to agree with that. Thailand, at the very least, maybe they'll be able to pull out a map here. Will be France's selection of Hollywood.
Apparently Los Muertos are invading Hollywood as well. I didn't see that before, actually. We got to call Soldier 76, man. He's got to beat someone with a piñata again.
The gangs are spreading, international gangs, Noah.
I know, scary stuff, right? Scarier than those weird cone alien things. Here we go. Time to begin. France versus Thailand. We do have France on the attack in the red. Yeah, this was their map choice, coming in as the higher seed, soon on that Tracer as always, and we'll see if they can just bull rush their way onto the point. Mickey up front early on that Diva. Not going for the Soldier 76 today. Apudo on the Sombra. Found some success with it yesterday, but they are backing up as France comes in.
They're going to de-suit Mickey nearly immediately, too. Apudo trying to fall back, and Titawat actually getting a kill onto Nox, but AKM bouncing back, and he's just going to fall back and fire into the point right now, see if he can get some of those longer sight lines.
Yeah, France pretty scattered at this point. Apudo just kind of hiding out in the room there. He's going to eventually be taken down. Panties falls as well. And it looks like France is going to get a pretty quick point A.
Yeah, they're just going to come back around, too. You can see them actually waiting for Nico to come around the side to see if they can get him a little bit closer to that charge, considering he was almost getting his mech back.
Yeah.
So that's great communication from France and the kind of coordination we expect from this world caliber team.
Well, Soon just kind of being a one-man army on that Tracer, way up ahead of his the rest of his team. But, if nobody can stop him, why not?
One thing we're going to have to watch today, though, is Thailand really struggled with keeping their supports alive yesterday. Kurlos and Panties frequently dove. Now, so far, that hasn't been the case, but need to make sure that they're not getting those flanks, and Titawat actually coming in with a nano boost.
Yeah, they're going to give him the nano boost, and we'll see what he can do. AKM does go down courtesy of Apudo, and it looks like Thailand maybe has stalled France out for the moment, but they're right on the cart again. They didn't actually get a lot out of that ultimate. Now, the Transcendence coming in from France. They've got a couple more ults to pair with this. Thailand, of course, falling back a little bit. There's a sound barrier.
That's a great
immediately.
EMP.
Oh, Apudo with the great timing on the Sombra Owl. Clears the shields. Doesn't seem to really phase France too much, though.
Unfortunately, he actually didn't hit the Soldier, so AKM with the tac visor still able to pop that. So a little bit sloppy there on the support ultimates from France, but ultimately it doesn't look like it's going to matter very much.
And normally you can't just kind of walk forward throwing out support ultimates willy-nilly like that, but hey, if it works, it works.
Well, we've seen Rogue lose matches, as Flame was alluding to over in Apex. A lot of it was that they teams would simply disengage when they tried to engage with a defensive ultimate, like we saw with the Transcendence, but not actually too effective there for Thailand. Couldn't quite pull it off.
If NZNR can get the stick on the... Well, okay, let's just stick the soldier's head. Ooh, that may have been eaten, actually. Nico was right there. Mickey with the double kill on the self-destruct. Classic Mickey move right there, and with the sound barrier, maybe they can push France back a little bit more.
Really just need to clean this up. AKM getting chipped as he backs off, but Nox will be there with the bubble to save his life. And France still putting a lot of pressure forward here in spite of having very long walkbacks from spawn.
Yeah, Thailand sitting on the point right now. Trying to keep France from getting to the payload, and with no ultimates to work with on the France side right now, they've got a couple seconds until they've got those up, and they can push forward. And those couple seconds have elapsed. Here we go. Oh, they're going to put the nano boost onto Titowat again. Looking for some kills, but that Transcendence is going to deny. Well, I was going to say it was going to deny a lot of damage until Zenyatta decided to move away, but it's not enough. That is a heartbreaker.
That's rough.
Man.
So close to picking that up, but instead France is going to get a huge win out of that as they really waste the nano boost coming in from Thailand.
Titowat is going to wake up in a cold sweat from that play tonight. He'd be like, oh, I almost got 2 kills.
Yeah,
it's terrifying.
That really could have swung back to Thailand. And you know, what's even worse there is that neither Wins nor AKM had to drop their own ults in response. So kind of a snowball forming here from France. And what we saw from them yesterday was once they got an ult advantage, they were very, very good at chaining that into a series of teamfight victories and having a lot of control.
Oh, absolutely. On board with Kurlas now as he gets ready for the Primal Rage to go in. Puts that biotic grenade on Titowat to just try to keep him a little bit safer, and it looks like Thailand has managed to stabilize for the moment, but France is going to come back into this with a pretty big ult advantage, and soon, ooh, that pulse bomb didn't get anybody, but it was close. Thailand had to scatter in a hurry there. NZNR goes down, though, courtesy of Unko. Soon gets low, but he's going to be okay. France trying to get onto the point right now. There's the EMP. Apudo looking to capitalize. This time the sound barrier for France was held a bit longer, so they can come in back into this one a little bit stronger.
Yeah, Apudo's just not getting the hacks onto the targets he needs because the Lucio dropping the beat at the end, and he was trying to get the right-click hack onto him, but wasn't quite there before the animation finished, and that allows France to really stick into this fight.
Another pulse bomb up for Soon. Gets the kill onto Mickey's mech as well, and he's going to look for Kurlas here with that. Maybe gets it. Well, Kurlas walking away. That pulse bomb not really sticking. Did force the Ana maybe into a rough position. They're going to give NZNR the nano boost this time. That's not generally the nano boost target you want, and he's not able to get a lot with it. He gets a rifle butt to the face, courtesy of AKM instead, and France continuing to roll forward here.
Soon does get hacked, so he's unable to escape from the Lucio. Trying to continue pushing this, but they're still a little bit light in terms of the push power, especially, the catch back onto Apudo as the translocator was in the back. So Thailand has to regroup at the moment. They're going to have to do it against AKM's tac visor.
You know, Apudo's EMPs, he had the one good one at the start, but since then they have not been getting a lot done, and now AKM wants to close this one out right here, right now, with the tac visor, just unloading damage into Titowat. France has that sound barrier as well now to keep everybody up, and Thailand scrambling just to hold the payload where it is. They've got the respawns now, but they need a bit more. They need to win the fight, and right now France is the team getting the kills.
Yeah, they are, and they're still flanking around the back soon, trying to hunt down Kurlas here on the backside, and that's going to do it. Mickey, bit of a desperation, self-destruct. How much time is he going to be able to buy?
Now, Soon hacked and very low right now. Oh, Apudo gets the kill. All right, so France sans Soon, but they've still got a lot of other people on the point. Mickey popped out of the mech. That is not what Thailand needs right now, and France seems to be handling the respawns. It seems like it's only a matter of time.
Well, that was a good biotic grenade onto Nox, so he actually is going to be forced to pop that Primal Rage at the end. It doesn't actually have his HP lowered, but because both of the DPS from France died right there, it bought Thailand a lot of time. They were really lacking the damage to continue getting the picks and staggering off Thailand, so Thailand has stabilized as a result. Apudo, really the big hero by killing AKM and Soon.
France really looked like they were going to be able to grind it out there, but right at the end, like you said, that biotic grenade setting up the better fight for Thailand, and now if you look at the ults up at the top of the screen, Thailand actually has a decent amount to work with.
Yeah, they do. Oputo hasn't been able to hit the right targets. France has been playing well with the line of sight to make sure they can still get some of their crucial abilities off after the EMP is used. So, tricky situation. Oputo's got to have a good one here. He's going to be coming in from behind. Can he get Unko?
Well, maybe. Nope. There's the Transcendence. He knew that Sombra was coming in, so no EMP just yet for Oputo. Is going to save that one. France does have to back up just a little bit. Coming in now, starting to run out of time. Thailand's held pretty well here.
Yeah, and because AKM died, they were not really willing to go ahead and use that EMP. In fact, they baited out the Transcendence, and now it's going to be really tough as Wins goes down.
Yeah, that looked like a self-destruct that was going to get a kill, and sure enough, Wins gets caught with that at the end, and France now in a position where they may not even finish their attack on King's Row. Oputo still has that EMP as well. Titowat does get tagged, gets stuck, but the heal is there. Pulse, or EMP rather, comes through in the nick of time. They kept Titowat up for the moment. France coming in, last-ditch effort to try to push this one all the way. The VIP parking spot is so close, but Thailand with a chance here to maybe hold France to just 2 points.
How is Win staying alive right now?
No idea. They just weren't shooting
down.
him. Things just weren't connecting, man. Overtime ticking away so fast now. France leaves the point for 1 second. That's going to be it. Nico does go down. Titowat with the Primal Rage pushes him back, and Thailand, despite getting pretty heavily rolled for the first 2 points, manages to stabilize and hold France to 2.
Well, Oputo really played well on that last point.
Oh, yeah.
His kills on Dasun and AKM just gave them the ult advantage and the man advantage that they needed with those closer respawns to hold out until the end. And today, we do see Pennies and Kurlos not having the same problems of dying first in a lot of these fights. So it looks like Thailand went back, rediscussed their strategies, and found a better way to protect their supports, because that was really the trouble for them in the first couple of maps yesterday.
Well, point A was a bit concerning in that category, because they did get in there, that France did kill the supports, but then when it got to streets, Thailand, you can see, kind of pulled back, played a little bit more defensively, and then on point C, I mean, yeah, that's a tough one to push through anyway, no matter who you're playing against, but Thailand really kind of stabilizing, and it's good to see these guys kind of starting off where they left off in their match yesterday, looking like they're kind of picking things up and continuing to prove each map.
Yeah, Titowat has actually been doing quite well also. His Primal Rage timings have been good, and he's been at least able to get into the backline of France more and more frequently.
Yeah. And it looks like we're missing somebody on Team Thailand for the moment.
Yeah, possibly Kurlos may have dropped from this game right now, so we'll see if he's going to get back in. Looks like we are going to be going to a short pause. And France, you know, they couldn't quite finish out this map, so Thailand definitely has an opportunity to come back and make this one work.
Doesn't look like Team Thailand is too fazed by any of this.
I don't think they were fazed by anything.
No. I mean, it's hard to be in a bad mood when Mickey's on your team, you know? Yeah. Good start for them, though. It's got to feel good because, again, you know, we heard the desk talk about it. You know, we talked about it a bit. You know, I talked to Mickey this morning. The confidence level for Team Thailand coming into this one is certainly not high. But you have a round like that where, you know, it looks a little bit rough and you come together as a team. You hold a team like France at the very end. And you got to be feeling good going into that attack round.
Yeah, I think
feels Goodman.
I think you do. Yeah. It's all right. The Chinese fans memeing for us here.
Oh, yeah.
But I believe if we are going to see France hold on to the composition that they're showing right now, it's a bit interesting to me because they like to run, obviously, ACAM on that Soldier 76, particularly on points where there is a high ground opportunity to defend. But right now he's going to be on the Diva, so it looks like they're going to be playing Nico on the Genji instead, which I do find a little bit strange given that how Rogue typically plays on a map like Hollywood, especially for that first point defense. But we'll see what happens. Kurlos is back in the game now, and we are going to unpause, so it's a little bit of a delay.
That's not edible, Apudo, no. Napkins are not food.
Well, I am curious, too, because usually when we see the Sombra on attack on the first point of Hollywood, you do see that longer flank around the left side so you can hack that mega health pack.
Right, down the little room.
Yeah, before you dive in or try and get all the way around into the bottom of the cafe and try and hack the small health pack there as well. So France looking pretty darn mobile here. So they're going to be valuing that mobility over having the longer sight lines and damage on the Soldier. And we'll see how it works out for them.
Mickey swapping over to that Soldier 76 at the very end. We've been seeing him play a little bit. Obviously, his Diva's stronger, but, you know, again, this is a team that's used to kind of having that 76 around. See if Apudo can get to that health pack. So far, so good. He gets the hack off. First objective complete for Thailand's attack strategy.
Interesting. So they're actually doubling back right now and coming around the side instead. So Tracer going all the way back, actually losing the duel with Soon and Unko in the back lines.
And that's going to be the cue for France to dive in. They know they've got the man advantage. They know Sombra's a little bit out of position as well. Kurlas backing off, Nico throwing in, and Thailand kind of back to the drawing board for a moment.
They certainly have the range advantage, Thailand, here with that Soldier 76. So they can do a pretty standard approach, or they can either go up the staircase on the left-hand side and try and just shoot people into the cafe from the other point. But Nico posted up right now, and they're actually just going to go straight in and have Mickey fire across the point entirely.
Tito really far forward. He does get the kill on Nico. Big pick. France trying to equalize, though. They're going to give Nox the nano boost, and he does get the kill onto Kurlos because of it. Back to the cafe. France a little bit scattered. Unko really low. He goes down. Tito with another kill. Been playing so well this series already. Soon, though, does get the revenge. And Thailand will start building the control meter on point A.
Yeah, 10 HP for Nox right there. So he could not re-engage and try and take that point back.
Yeah, he might as well be dead. Pulse Bomb not accomplishing a whole lot. Mickey does pop AKM out of his Diva suit. And they do seem to be having a pretty solid thing on the point. Well, France coming back with the sound barrier. Maybe they've got a chance to turn this one around. AKM falling immediately. He was only the mini Diva, though, so that's not a big surprise. Nico, though, dying again to Tito. And there's the EMP from Apudo. So Thailand trying to capitalize on this, and France's last-ditch effort for a defense may come back to haunt them. Soon on the way out now, and if he dies, ooh, that's going to be rough. He gets hacked, goes down to NZNR, and Thailand with a chance to maybe gain a bit of momentum here going into Streets.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, they had to invest a lot in order to get that point, but France also wins popping that sound barrier a bit late, trying to buy Nico time to get off the Dragon Blade. But again, Nico has died early on these attacks every point so far, and that is actually really hurting France because they find themselves at a crucial ultimate available to get these defenses rolling. And now Thailand is going to have an opportunity for basically to gain control over the forward high ground here and start really controlling the checkpoint or the choke points here on the doors.
The other thing is Nico's been dying to Tito nearly every time. I mean, he's been doing a great job of controlling that Genji with the Winston. Up on the high ground now, gets the sound barrier. Good thing, too, because he was about to go down to that soldier. Mickey looking for a target, finds AKM. Tito with another kill courtesy of that Primal Rage. And France trying to get in the back lines of Thailand, but they've lost their front line. And even though Soon gets that kill onto Mickey, that payload might keep moving pretty soon here. Yeah, it's going to go. NZNR with 2.
Yeah, too many of the members of France died early in that fight as they had a hard time even getting back to the payload for the attack based on Thailand's positioning, and that's a lot of free movement from the card as...
Stick? No, didn't quite get what he was looking for. NZNR going to have to wait to build another ultimate, but that payload is nearly to the end of the second point here on Hollywood. Pulse Bomb this time. Now the Dragon Blade comes out for Nico. NZNR trying to find a way to cut him down. Tito dies. Nico with 2, and France going to get a little bit of defensive stability.
Finally, Nico has an opportunity to actually use the Dragon Blade, which he had been holding on to for quite some time.
Yep.
Thailand is going to be coming back, though, with a nice Sombra EMP available to them, and France trying to get up to the tactical visor right now, but I think that EMP, if they play it right and can get on top of that saloon where AKM and Nox are, maybe able to hit him out before that can actually happen. So,
yep. AKM does go down early. Tito, man, it's so aggressive here. Apudo, is he going to find a good EMP here? He's going to try. Gets a kill and wins immediately. And I'd say that's a pretty good EMP. Nice hack there onto Nox as well. Mickey going to finish off that one soon in the back lines with not a lot of support. And that payload is moving. Looks like that's going to be point B, taken by Thailand. And, well, AKM, last-ditch effort. Nico jumped in there. Let's see if the DPS can hold this one a bit more. Apudo going for the attack visor. Actually, AKM going down. He went for the attack visor. Didn't work out, but that bought enough time for France to come back in. And they have stopped this payload just before the end of point 2.
The question is for how long. Mickey just going to go ahead and pop the tac visor right now. They're going to use absolutely everything in their ultimate bank. So it's actually good for France. They forced out more than they actually had to use for Thailand to take this particular point. And that's another ultimate down.
That was a very excessive stick. That Anna had like 5 health, man, but it feels good. I get it. It feels good, NZNR.
Yeah, but even so, France is actually going to come out with an advantage. They contested a point they probably weren't going to be able to hold, but Thailand had to use so much just to go ahead and push that point through that now France is going to probably have a pretty strong defense here in the studio phase of Hollywood.
Yeah, I guess the commitment from Thailand was just saying, you know, we want to get this right now. We want to give ourselves as much time as we can to finish this attack round and win Hollywood, but they didn't really get the time they were looking for. So yeah, now they go into it. France having an advantage. They need to have a fight to force them out. Huge EMP for Apudo. 2 health on the outside. Nico, though, has that Dragon Blade, not finding the targets he's looking for besides Mickey. Are they going to get enough here? Thailand still with the man advantage. NZNR not going to get a lot of damage done with that sound barrier. It's on both sides, though. And if he can get that pulse bomb him up, maybe he can find something.
Yeah, we are going to see the tac visor maybe eventually come in here. There it is. AKM going to use that, but how much can he actually get here?
Yeah.
One man holding this angle.
Budo. Soon at the kill on NZNR, and I gotta say, NZNR's pulse bombs have not been my favorite pulse bombs ever. He kind of tends to just lob them in there as soon as he gets it, and hasn't been doing Thailand any favors. They're still gonna push that payload though. Mickey's got the tac visor, gonna go ahead and use it to try to take advantage of Soon being a little bit exposed here. Nice barrier by Nox though. That shield really kind of saving the team from that tac visor. Nico gets 1 kill so low though. Apudo looking for the kill, finds it. Now Nox possibly the next victim here, and it looks like he will be. The shield comes down for the moment. They got to get rid of it. The payload through already though. And now Titawat dropping his own Winston shield. That payload is nearly there. They have to go 2 meters to beat France. Taking a map off France would be insane, and they've nearly got it. Nico coming in, desperately trying to get that Dragon Blade, but he gets hacked by Apudo. Goes down NZNR with the 2 kill, and France on their last legs here, and they are going to not be able to stop Thailand. Thailand taking the first map of this series.
Well, again, though, we talked about it. When Thailand's been running Apudo on that Sombra, they have looked significantly stronger. That was the groove they got into yesterday, and there wasn't really an answer for France right there. They came into the final point with a big ultimate advantage, but they sort of squandered it. They dumped everything at the start of the defense, and then they ran out of gas. Apudo repeatedly getting up the EMP, and Thailand coming through with a big first win.
We're seeing a lot of support play the games lately. I cannot complain, but man, now you're Team Thailand, right? You've won the first map, and what was, well, it's probably going to be an 0-4 from the Thailand perspective. Now you're like, hey, maybe we got a chance here.
Well, absolutely, and they didn't even pick that map either. So playing on the map that France decided they were the ones that had that advantage, they were the ones that had the practice on, and Thailand at least taking some points. And in a situation where all of these maps really, really matter, France has to stabilize. Now, one of the complaints against Rogue has been, there are 2 main complaints that you see when we talk about Rogue on an international stage when they were playing Korea. One is they overcommit to engages and allow the other team to disengage from their particularly support ultimates when they just get nothing out of them, so you can stuff them that way. And the other one is sometimes they have some issues with their ult economy. It doesn't seem like they're communicating well and sequencing their ults properly, or they're trying to drop too many at one time. And we really did see that at the end of Hollywood.
Yeah, for sure. And now, that kind of slight sloppiness that we saw from France yesterday in their match is becoming a real problem because Thailand has stepped it up even more so than we saw yesterday. And this team that people, maybe kind of wrote off at the beginning of their match yesterday is now like potentially a real threat.
Well, you also have to say that the ability to use Sombra in this meta is extremely important.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
The ability to use her well. And we're seeing some good Sombra play out of Apudo. Even though I think France did a relatively good job of making sure that their crucial members were outside of line of sight for those EMPs and could still sort of counteract it a little bit. When you're getting the EMP up as much as Apudo is in some of these attacks, eventually you're going to slip up and get multiple people caught in one.
Well, you know, and let's not make more of this than it is, too, because it was still a close map at the end. France still narrowly didn't finish their attack round, and so you can't really go into this saying, you know, if either team has an advantage. I mean, France still, on paper, you'd think these guys would be better. They are rogue after all, but as we go into Nepal, one wonders, you know, what can Thailand do? Can they possibly jump out to an even bigger lead?
Yeah, absolutely. And this will be another, of course, France pick since they lost that match.
Yeah.
And what are we going to see first? Looks like we are going to be on Village first to start things off.
Okay. Now it's going to be Shrine, actually, I believe. Oh, no, wait, that's the map preview. Ah, I got trolled by the map preview. Oh, well. I'm looking at Shrine. You're looking at the actual game. The actual game is in Village.
The actual game is in Village right now. So, you know, Rogue, they came in with a lot of practice on the composition that saw them have a great deal of success over the course of their time at the last couple tournaments when they were playing at the Takeover and then once again at the Beat Invitational. But not having that much compositional flexibility besides sort of, do you play Soldier or Diva on AKM, and then do you play Diva or Genji on the side of Nico?
What do you suppose the Omnic monks use those satellite dishes to watch? Like, what shows do you think they like?
Maybe they're transmission dishes, Doa, where they
Could be.
You know, you never know.
Could be too.
They're just making TV shows up there in the Himalayan mountains.
My money's on Robot Wars.
Robot Wars.
That's my guess. Here we go, on to Village. We're going to have Thailand in the red and France in the blue. Unko on that Zenyatta, as usual these days. Apudo on the other side, on the Sombra. Village is one of those maps where you do have some health pack access, but it's not something you see quite as often on this point.
You definitely don't see the Sombra very often, particularly on Village, but I guess Thailand figures that this is working so well for them.
Apudo's already got his EMP. Look at that, goes in. Did he catch a lot of people with that one? I'm not so sure.
They got enough. I mean, they got Soon right there. Kurlos able to pick up the kill, and so Thailand's going to move straight onto the point and get this early capture. France not even really having a chance to contest it as Wins has to run away right now. Nico did actually manage to get back into his
Oh, that hurts. Yeah, Nico not able to keep Wins alive there on the retreat, and so that's going to be an even slower start for the next push from France.
Wins did get a lot of ult charge, though. Lots of Healy coming through, so a quick sound barrier for him, but that's going to be answered pretty rapidly by, of course, the ultimate from Kurlos on the Zenyatta. So support ult for support ult available, and
yeah. There we go, NZNR on that Tracer once more as France tries to go for the attack. There's the sound barrier for France as they go in. Thailand trying to hold this point. There's the Transcendence now. Soon does find the kill onto Mickey's mech with that Pulse Bomb. That's a big one to get out of the way. And AKM able to save that tack visor. Looks like France is going to be able to flip this one pretty easily.
Yeah, that was right after Nico went ahead, ditched the Diva, went on the Genji instead. So France coming out with the triple DPS, trying to get onto that backline quickly. And Apudo getting killed nearly instantaneously by AKM. Starts the cascade that causes France to flip the point. So
he's built the second EMP much slower too.
Well, yeah, it died.
that certainly contributes. Yep. And he's coming in. He's got the sound barrier. There's a breakdown. A Transcendence immediately from Thailand, but a little bit late as Nico does fall. AKM on the run. That's another kill for Mickey. Mickey back with the Wrath of the Diva. And soon you gotta run, man. You gotta blink. Mickey's coming for you. Thailand trying to flip that point back again.
Soon just running out of gas, though, just attempting to contest the point for as long as he can.
Yep.
Thailand, they only had to drop the Primal Rage right there. So France, AKM was killed with the Tactical Visor. Still a very decisive assault there onto the high ground by Mickey and Titawat. Thailand is going to feel very comfortable just delaying this point, probably till at least 99%. If France tries to get on it, they have to deal with the self-destruct and they have to deal with the EMP, which is a pretty dangerous combination.
Speaking of EMP, Apudo right there drops the EMP. Going to go after Nox immediately. That Pulse Bomb not connecting for NZNR, though. Kurlos does find the kill onto Nox in the end. Unko on the run, a little bit exposed, and AKM with that attack visor needs to go big, but oh, it's a line of sight blockers, just like every World of Warcraft Minecraft PvPer's worst nightmare. It exists in Overwatch 2, guys. Kurlos with 2 kills towards the end. Soon gets the revenge return kill. Maybe France can flip it. Wow, a bit of a brawl, but France comes out with a point in the end.
Yeah, they didn't actually catch very many of the DPS with the EMP. That's what you needed to get, but all the same, Thailand going to run right back onto the point, see if they can flip it, and that's going to be a punch to the face onto Soon.
That's right, and Panny's so close to that sound barrier. If he can get it, they can use this to push. They don't even need it. Wow, what an ultimate to have for this next push, and they are just going to play this point aggressively now, it looks like.
France staggered themselves horribly
at
the end of this, so their ability to even contest this is going to be really called into question.
All right. Here comes Nico, needs a big Dragon Blade. It's going to be tough, though. Oh, they can't even get to it. What?
He was hacked at the end.
I guess,
I mean, they were staggered really badly, and if you looked at what happened at the start of that, there really wasn't a way for them to get back onto the point, because Panties came in, and he did enough damage to Soon on the Tracer and booped her away that he had to rewind, so he wasn't getting onto the point, and at the end right there, the Genji tries, but at the hack at the end makes sure that he can't even contest and send it into overtime, so we're seeing a map where Thailand is all of a sudden 1 point shy of taking a shocking 2-0 in this series.
Yeah. Suddenly, if you're France, you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
We got problems, guys. If Thailand wins here on Shrine, they are going to force at least a 2-2, which is huge. And that kind of throws Group B completely out of whack at that point.
Yeah, absolutely it does. And they're going to go on to Shrine now, and it's a new look. So AKM on the D.Va, Nico going to be playing at the Genji. So no more triple DPS, a little bit more conservative style of composition. Oputo just refuses to leave the Sombra, but I think the Sombra is better on this point.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. Or if it's not hacked, hack it? I don't know how that works with Sombra. Soon, looking for some more targets. Kurlos gets a little bit low. Early strikes coming in for France, but there are kills on both sides. Point opens up, and France the first team there, but they don't have the numbers advantage. Aputo again with a really quick EMP. Unko kind of on his own right now. Soon gets hacked. Ooh, he got that recall. Ooh, he actually did get hacked, even though he did recall. So Thailand will claim the point first, it looks like.
And we've seen this before on Nepal, Doa. When you have a Sombra, you can hack the Megas on both sides of the point. And not to mention that France has to walk through this huge open area to really get anywhere. It is so easy if you control the point to get the big EMP off on this point, on Shrine.
Absolutely. Have to hope you're kind of behind a pillar or something. There's the EMP coming in right now for Thailand. They need that follow-up. Unko falls immediately, as Zenyatta's often do after that Sombra ult. Kills on both sides once again. Soon trying to get into the point, trying to just get some sort of control meter built up. Trying to flip it a little bit. He did get the pulse bomb onto Mickey, I believe. Mickey, popped out of the mech by that ultimate from Tracer. NZNR has to back away. It's turned into a bit of a brawl. That EMP not working out like Thailand would have hoped. And with the cleanup coming from Nico, France will flip it.
Yeah, it's been a back and forth match on control between these two teams, and EMP came down, but most of the DPS were not actually caught in the blast. France has been pretty evasive when it comes to getting hit by the EMP. They have to get Soon and Nico down and quash their movement abilities if they really want to make the most use of this Sombra.
Time to break it down. Support ults coming out on both sides. Thailand trying to storm back in. They're chasing. They've got Nox a bit isolated. NZNR with the pulse bomb not finding any victims. Aputo does go down, though. That is big, and Nico's got the Dragon Blade as soon as the opening presents itself. France with a few ultimates to use here, too. They're trying to save them as long as possible because Thailand, okay, they're going to actually commit the Transcendence here. That's going to cause a sound barrier to come out from France. And Nico with that Dragon Blade pulls it out right as the Transcendence ends, but can't get a lot of kills anyway. Unko does find the kill on Kurlos, the opposing Zenyatta, and Thailand still struggling a little bit to get that control meter built up to try to flip it. Nico staying alive for a long time here. But now, now that Titowat comes in on the Winston, that's going to be about that. But Soon still back on the point. Man, this is turned in.
He's going to get hacked. Actually, no, he hits the huge pulse bomb.
Jeez.
Wow, the hack would look like it was going to complete, but instead, pulse bomb into the rewind, and he catches the D-suited Mickey.
What a clutch play by Soon.
Absolutely clutch right there. That could have easily turned back in Thailand's favor. Instead, France, after a very chaotic fight, managed to take a big lead right here. Only NZNR with that pulse bomb, and that's not a lot to work with, especially when Unko is going to get Transcendence up, a much more impactful ultimate. He's going to pop it immediately.
Wow, France getting aggressive. They know they're close to taking this one, but Nox gets booped off. Good opening for Thailand to come in. They're going to dedicate the sound barrier as well. They've nearly got the point flipped over. 98-99, right before 99%. Thailand will take it. Crucially, Nox booped off the edge by Panties right as that fight starts, and that was a big problem for France.
France thought they were going to get the drop on them by getting the early attack, but when Nox invested his jump in, he just got knocked off. No cooldown to get him back off the ledge.
Yeah,
and
didn't
now,
have the Primal Rage.
Now you're getting to a point where Oputo's got the health pack hacks. They've got a huge advantage. They're going to have to walk across this open ground once again for the EMP.
All right, trying to come in, seeing what they can do. Thailand back on the point now as France comes in. There's the self-destruct. NZNR, unfortunately for Thailand, does get caught by that. And Nico with the Dragon Blade. Can he find another target? Got the kill on the Panties. There's the EMP, though, but where's the follow-up? Immediately, Unko runs for cover, or floats for cover, I guess. Oputo still looking for more hacks, dies too soon, and France looks like they might be able to flip this one back here. I don't know. Pulse Bomb coming in. There's the Transcendence. Thailand keeping people up. Oputo back to life. Now he's going to be back in the fight very quickly and soon. Really trying to put France on his back and carry it in this round here. Nico helping out, though, as well. Gets a couple kills, and it looks like they're able to reclaim the point. Thailand needs to get there. We're into overtime already, and I don't know. Okay, they get NZNR there just in time.
Trying to wait
a bit more.
AKM still picking up the kill, though, and that's really going to be it for Thailand.
Yep.
Looked very good, 99-97, such a back and forth map, but France should be able to clean this up and go ahead and take Shrine.
Yeah, those are the kills they need. Thailand losing too many people, and France will tie things up here on Nepal.
Really credit to France, though. They played much better against the Sombra on that point. When it came to having that EMP up, they knew exactly when it was, and they were splitting up their DPS, taking different flank routes around the side of the point, and then they were converging around that central pillar and never giving line of sight to that Sombra until she was actually, dead, or several members of the Thai team were dead, and that made Oputo's decision-making around that EMP much more difficult. And it did come out very, very late as a result. They tried to bait it out with AKM, but...
I think you got to give a lot of credit to Soon on that round as well. Those pulse bombs he had, some of the plays just staying alive on the point, really are what enabled France to kind of make a run at that one. I think without Soon, this would have already been a 2-0 for Thailand on Nepal.
Yeah, absolutely. Really, really close regardless. And nobody's going to really be changing up except for Mickey. He's back on the Soldier right now.
Nico checking things out. Seeing what he can see. Soon already with the kill on NZNR. I mean, in the Battle of Tracers, no doubt Soon is the best there. And yeah, Thailand already forced back to spawn pretty much.
AKM with the kill on the Oputo. Actually, that's really huge as well. It's great to have Sombra if you can actually get her onto the point and hack the big health back. And if you're not going to be able to pull that off immediately, then becomes much more difficult. So Nico sneaking around right now. 2 big picks for France to get that early edge.
Well, the momentum has definitely shifted here. Thailand now looking a lot more hesitant as far as their engages coming into this point on Sanctum. Mickey on the outside, back on the Soldier 76 once more. NZNR falls to Soon yet again. Mickey gets the kill in revenge, and they're going to need a little bit more. Goodbye, Genji.
They're getting a lot more, actually.
Yeah, France actually losing people. Mickey slammed against the wall. Ouch. Yeah, that is rough. And Thailand pushed back in the end.
Terrible, terrible violence right there.
No kidding. I thought this was rated T for teen. That was a mature circumstance there. Well, anything's mature with Soldier 76, I guess. Yeah, that's a given when you got that guy in there.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Well, that's another big pick. Thailand is just
pretty good.
The France has gotten so...
Hello, I'm dead.
Yeah, many opening kills in this map so far that it's going to be very difficult for them to have really any opportunity, barring some huge EMP, but they're ready for this. You can see they're all spread out right now.
He missed, I was going to say, he missed Nox right behind him. Can't quite get the hack off. There's the, nice onto Kurlos from Soon. That pulse bomb really doing some work. France going to dedicate the Transcendence to this fight. AKM with a sick kill on the Mickey with those Helix rockets. And Thailand seems to be falling apart a little bit here. France is coming together. One of those two. Any way you slice it, no pun intended. France is winning this one pretty handily.
Well, this is just what happens when you have 3 back-to-back fights on a control point where you lose somebody before the fight even begins, right?
Yeah.
They got delayed so much by France's opening picks that this is looking very one-sided.
Ooh, yeah. All right, and Mickey's trying to find some people in his sights, but the sound barrier comes out in response for France.
Oh, he got booped
still
off.
firing.
Knox actually fell to his death.
I feel like I've seen this one before. In Thailand, with an opportunity, they flipped the point back at 99%. But if you're France, you're not super worried about this. You've got time to build some ults, come back and retake it.
Yeah, you do, but it is going to be trickier when you don't have the health back control thanks to the Sombra. That finally, Thailand has gotten some presence, and they can play a more aggressive defense on the map than what we saw from them earlier.
True enough. And Mickey getting taken out early on. That's not a good start for Thailand if they want to keep this hold going. Soon with another pulse bomb. Oh, but this time NZNR comes back with a bit of revenge. Nico returning fire for France, and they are on the point. They're flipping it back. They've got it. We're into overtime, and if France is able to hold Thailand, that's going to be Nepal. And I guess that's Nepal.
Mickey tried to get back into the point with the D.Va switch, but not enough. So after 2 very back and forth points, we do see France take the third.
Yep.
And that'll be a victory for them on Nepal.
Man, play of the match for Soon. I would say player of the match as well.
Yes.
I mean, really on Shrine, keeping France in this one and helping kind of turn the tide to tie up this series.
It was a bit shaky. I mean, you did get worried for France after that first point on the ball and after their loss on Hollywood, but it seems like they're playing and communicating much better around the Sombra now. So
I would say so.
I think it's now up to Thailand to see, okay, well, they've sort of figured us out on the Sombra. We're not getting the big EMP plays. We're not getting the big hacks that we were earlier. France has shifted their focus into playing a more spread out style. And what they're doing is they're winning the 1v1 duels now. They're spreading, France is spreading out this fight more around the maps and then relying on their, I think, superior mechanical skill to sort of carry them. So now Oputo, that France isn't grouping up, maybe is going to have to switch it up a little bit.
Well, I think at this point, Soon has seen too that he is absolutely the superior tracer versus NZNR, and you're seeing him chase down NZNR over and over again and kind of exploit that advantage.
Yeah, even Unco picked up so many important cross-map kills. So they're playing the angles really well, and I think France definitely starting to hit their stride. But it will be Thailand's map pick on Assault after the break.
Yep, true enough. So at this point, one kind of wonders, does Thailand have what it takes to come back? We're going to find out as soon as we're back from this really quick break. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll return just after this.